All right, let's talk about the engine that's really driving modern AI. Today, we're diving into deep learning. It's kind of wild when you stop and think about the tech we use every single day. I mean, what's really making those chatbots work? Or how does your phone instantly know it's you? What about those real-time translation apps? Well, the answer to all of that, it's the same thing: deep learning.
Okay, so to really get a handle on deep learning, you've got to know where it fits in the grand scheme of things. It's kind of like looking at the AI family tree, seeing how everything connects.
So here's the breakdown. At the very top, you've got artificial intelligence. That's the big overall goal, right? Creating smart machines. Then, nested inside that, we've got machine learning. This is all about teaching computers by just showing them a ton of data. And then, the real focus for us today is deep learning. It's a super-powered version of machine learning that does this on a whole other level.
And that's the key thing to remember. Deep learning is a type of machine learning, but it has this special tool called neural networks. Now, these are basically systems inspired by how our own brains work. And they're what let it chew through just immense amounts of data. We're not talking about neat spreadsheets here. We're talking about the messy stuff: images, audio, and all the text in the world.
So what's the deal with the deep part of deep learning? Why that word? Well, the secret isn't just what it learns, it's how it learns. And the answer is layers. That's the game changer right there. This really shows you the before and after. On one side, you've got traditional machine learning. See how a person has to basically spoon-feed the machine? They have to pick out what features are important first. But then look at the other side, deep learning. You just dump the raw data in, and the network itself figures out what matters. It learns the important features on its own, through all those layers. That is a huge deal.
Okay, I know that can sound a little abstract, so let's make it super concrete. We're going to walk through a simple example you've probably used today.
Let's talk about face recognition. When a deep learning model starts, those first few layers, they're not seeing a face. Nope, they're just learning to spot really basic things like lines, edges, and simple shapes. Then, as the data goes deeper, the next layers start putting those shapes together. It's like, oh, these circles and lines, that kind of looks like an eye, and that shape is a nose. And then finally, the last layers take all those features and put it all together to go, yep, that's you. It's building up from simple to complex, layer by layer.
And that right there, that whole layered learning thing, that's it. That's the reason modern AI feels so powerful, almost like magic sometimes. It's deep learning. And look, this isn't just some lab experiment. This is the engine that's running in the background of your life every single day. Let's name a few. Seriously, just think about it. Your voice assistant, deep learning. Those chatbots you argue with, deep learning. The way your phone magically organizes your photos? Yep. Real-time translation? You guessed it. All of it is powered by a deep learning model.
And of course, we have to talk about the big one, the tech everyone is buzzing about: large language models, or LLMs. A lot of people think there's some new separate thing, but they're not. LLMs are deep learning. They're just absolutely enormous neural networks that have been trained on, well, a huge chunk of the internet. And that's where they get their incredible ability to work with language.
So there you have it. Deep learning is the powerful engine behind pretty much all of modern AI. But that leaves us with a really interesting question, doesn't it? If deep learning is the engine, what are the individual parts? What are those nuts and bolts, the neural networks, that actually make it all work? Well, that's a story for next time. Thanks for tuning in.